household consumption as a contributor to GDP had deaccelerated in the third quarter of FY23. A Business Standard report suggests that the pent-up demand from the lockdown era, which was driving consumption, may have run its course. This comes as an obstacle for the FMCG sector, which relies on growing consumption demand for its growth. What is also worrying is that government-led consumption's contribution to nominal GDP also decreased year-on-year for the third straight quarter of FY23. The recently released retail inflation data of 6.4% is also a cause of worry, despite a decline from 6.5% in January. So, what challenges will the FMCG sector in India have to face?
And that there continues to be an inflationary pressure because of input raw material prices and interest rates going up. So the companies are having to adjust prices on that. I think first time in the history we've seen prices in FMCG sector go up for 7-8 quarters in a row. I don't think it's happened ever in the history of, or at least for the last decade or so. Secondly, what we are seeing, so obviously the other part is that this pricing pressure has put price increase have put pressure on rural consumption, which continues to be a bit soft. But I think that's obviously something that FMCG companies are looking to adjust to sort of adapt to. Then what you are also seeing is that the distribution growth has a bit of a challenge because you've seen the rise of many platforms, many channels. So I think it has also made the job of FMCG companies very complicated in terms of how do they manage the business across various channels. The other point which they're trying to lose a lot of distributors. Between 15 and 20% of distributors tend to exit the business today. So we're also seeing distributor attrition a lot.
Rohit Java, who will join HUL as CEO designate from April and formally take command in June this year, will have to look out for ways to address the rural demand challenge. In December last year, HUL said the rural FMCG market grew by 4.8% in value during the December quarter, but volumes fell 6.6%. Sanjeev Mehta, the current CEO, had described this situation as green shoots, but he cautioned that there was a long way to go before volumes and rural markets turned positive. Perhaps Java will have to keep an eye out for such challenges. So, what do experts have to say about this?
The biggest challenges for Rohit Java as he takes over the new role of CEO of Hindustan Unilever, I think are threefold. I think the first is the increased competitiveness in the FMCG arena. The last few years have seen a whole range of D2C brands come in, but more specifically, Reliance Retail have intensified their play in FMCG with a clutch of acquired brands. And clearly, Reliance is known to be a disruptor. So I said, besides the traditional competition, Reliance's play is something that he would need to watch out for. The second is HUL acquired a slew of brands, and therefore, how do these integrate seamlessly into the portfolio? And I think lastly would be the whole premiumization strategy that was undertaken during Mr. Mehta's tenure, which is growth that was slightly more price-led versus volume-led. How does one sustain that?
Speaking to Business Standard, experts have pointed out the growth in high-end consumer goods, but the same was not observed for the affordable categories. They emphasized the need for the demand to spread out across all sections of the economy. Business Standard recently reported an increase in the overall demand for FMCG goods in February this year. It was based on the increase in the number of Kirana stores stocking up FMCG goods at an 8-month high level. This shows that although there is a disconnect between urban and rural demand, there are shoots of improvement in overall demand. Rural demand saw an increase of 35% on a month-on-month basis. The majority of the sales volume was led by beverages, which grew a whopping 84.6% from January to February. What do experts have to say about capitalizing on these available opportunities?
Pandemic has accelerated a shift towards e-commerce channels, and he can leverage this opportunity very well by investing in e-commerce channel, adopting digital capabilities, and I believe he has the right experience and expertise to use this opportunity in a very significant manner. Secondly, the consumers are demanding innovative products. So the new CEO will need to focus on innovation to develop new products and services that are meeting the new demand of Indian consumers. Thirdly, we can expect him to bolster acquisitions in the direct-to-consumer space and build up the naturals product that HUL has in a larger and a better play in the company.
The new chief executive of HUL will have to plan out strategies to capitalize on the slowly improving rural demand. Industry observers also suggest angling products to cater to the rising demand for premium goods and services. All eyes will now be on Rohit Java while he battles the disruptive challenges facing the industry and keeps the FMCG major ahead of the competition.
If you like this video, share it and subscribe to Business Standard. For more news, views and insights, log on to www.business-standard.com. Do also follow us on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Telegram and LinkedIn.